we've been tracking your articles and your work for a long time, but I don't think any other piece has been shared quite as widely as the one where you predict that India will likely be a superpower. So can you start by explaining to those who are watching at this time why you think India is well poised to be the next world superpower?
Well, I suppose it comes down to just a few things. First, as everybody knows, India is a very, very, very big country with a larger population than any other country, and that advantage will continue to grow. So, as I point out, and plausibly by the middle of this century, it will have an appreciably bigger population than China and probably at least 4 times that of the US. So, if India gets its output per person to say a quarter of the US level, which is considerably below what China has today, over the next 25 years, which seems to me a pretty plausible outcome. It assumes essentially that economic growth continues on roughly the same trend as since 1990. It's been quite stable. There have been ups and downs, but quite stable. If it continues at that rate for another quarter of a century, India will have achieved GDP per head at least a quarter of the US levels in real terms. And therefore, its aggregate economy will be as big as the US. It will not be as big as China, which I expect, under quite conservative assumptions, to be the biggest. But it will be clearly in a class with those other two. And these will be far and away the 3 biggest economies in the world.